Coach Lucia, and Zach Budish, and Jake Hansen. Let's start with questions for the student athletes.
Jake, did you get a piece of that shot? Tip it in?
Yeah.
They didn't give it to you, right?
I don't know.
No, they did. Okay. If they changed it, I didn't see the change, but I thought you'd get a clean tip on it.
Jake, you guys had control of the game, it looked like. You had a couple of great chances. Your teammates had a couple of great chances, didn't go in, and then just the wheels came off. What happened?
I mean, we came out, and I thought that was, some of the best hockey we played in the first period, first half of the game. I mean, played fast, we played physical, we were definitely the most physical team, and then, jumped up to that 3-0 lead, and I think we kind of got, a little relaxed with it, and, we had other chances where we could have, added onto that lead, and we didn't, and, they got that one, the first one, I believe it went off defenseman, and in the net, and then I think we were just scared to lose, and we just weren't, playing like we were in the first half of the game, and, they just took over.
This is not a good time to have that happen with NCAA next week. You worried at all about something like this, or you bounced back pretty well against Wisconsin a couple of weeks ago?
No, I think we definitely can bounce back. Obviously, love the way we played the first half of the game. I mean, we dominated. I think we were just talking about shots for 23-8 or something like that. I mean, we were controlling the game, and we just gotta watch video and just learn from our mistakes, and so that we don't have this happen again.
Zach, they called timeout with 5:53 left there in the second period. It seemed like they were a different team after that. Did you notice anything in their play after that timeout? Maybe they came out with a little more energy?
I think they, they battled back well. You got to give them credit. Like Jake said, they scored their first goal. I think it was off a shin pad or off whatever. And, we had a 3-1 lead going into the third period, and they just, they dominated us in the third. Pretty much, the way it is.
For either of the players, can you just, what did you think of the atmosphere here tonight? I mean, I know you hadn't played in the Final Five in a couple of years. Just, good atmosphere overall, or what was it like to play in that kind of environment?
I think it was a fun atmosphere. I mean, there was pretty much a packed house here. As a couple more, more Gopher fans, but North Dakota fans were loud, and they were pretty much, both sides were going back and forth. I mean, there's a loud atmosphere, and it's an atmosphere you like to play in as a player, and we're excited for next weekend too.
You guys are doing great on the forecheck. First half of the game, third period, I think you had 2 shots on goal. I was just saying that something turned the other way. Was it just North Dakota coming on, kind of overpowering you?
I mean, clearly in the third period, we played horrible, and we played right into North Dakota's game. We went away from our systems. We went away from not forechecking, getting shots on the net, and clearly they took advantage of it. That's pretty much, how I looked at it was, we played really sloppy, and I don't know if it wasn't scared or what to lose, and then they just took the momentum and just kept rolling with it.
Jake, what's going through your guys' mind when they get that tying goal and they're kind of in the middle of that flurry there?
Well, it's just, it hurts. It's tough. Just to think that you're up 3-0, and then all of a sudden now it's 3-3. It definitely kills you a little bit, but you got to try to keep fighting. But clearly, we didn't have that in us. I don't know what it was, but it's more a shell shock than anything that you can't believe that they just tied this game up.
One more question for the players. Coach, the format is for you to make an opening statement and take questions.
I thought we came out and had great energy in the game, and had a very good first period, and we didn't give up anything. That continued on in the second. I think one of the things that hurt us, even through the second period, and I think even into the third, when we're up 3-1 or 3-0 even at times, is we left a lot of plays on the rink. We had plenty of chances to go up, 4 or 5. I think right after we made it 3, I think Dell made a couple big saves off some rebounds and got a pad save on Bukestad. So Even after the second, I thought, boy, we certainly left some plays on the rink after 2 that maybe we could have widened the lead a little bit more at that point in time. But I felt good. I mean, the only goal they scored went off one of our guys, and then I thought we lost the line of scrimmage mentality. That's something we really talked about during the week of preparation, and certainly heading into the game today, how important it was to win that line of scrimmage battle and around the blue paint. And we did that early, and we scored a couple goals right in their blue paint, and then all of a sudden, we started to stand around for whatever reason and watch and not pick up sticks and make some of those plays that you need to play. And maybe our inexperience in this environment showed a little bit tonight where the guys, they just, for whatever reason, they didn't continue to get up and be aggressive, because I thought we were aggressive in the second period. At times I thought they really looked tired. And we got behind their defensemen and continued to press and press and press. And we were playing to win. And sometimes you get in that situation, all of a sudden you're playing not to lose, and that doesn't work. I mean, you got to continue to play to win. So I mean, it's a great lesson. I congratulate North Dakota for continuing to come like they did during the course of the game, and we talked about, they've got the championship belt, for a reason. And they clearly that back half of the game, or especially the third period, once they got one, and we had those timeouts came. I thought, do we need to use a timeout? But you get the 4 timeouts, and you talk to the guys, but we just couldn't get it back going again. There was nobody that took charge out there in the rink for us tonight.
Kind of going off that, I mean, was there any thought of when they score those 2 quick goals, was there a thought of taking a timeout there and trying to stem the time?
Well, I mean, we kept talking to the guys. To be honest, I don't think it would have done any good. Like I said, I think we had a timeout soon thereafter when it was 3-3, and we talked to the guys about continuing to play, but they didn't play. All of a sudden you get on your heels, and we just couldn't get going again for whatever reason. We've been such a good third period team. I mean, my God, I think we'd given up 18 goals in the third period all year. We give up, 5 tonight? You do this long enough, you get to see it all.
It seems like a long time ago now, but Kyle's goal just seemed to be so typical of the way he's played this season, cutting the blue.
Yeah, going to the net, and that's the way he played. But you know what? That's how you have to score this time of the year. I mean, they got themselves back into the game by, Lamoureux's, both his goals are right there at the blue paint, and that's this time of the year. I mean, that's how you have to score.
Is this one of those situations where you almost like to have a third place game tomorrow to try and
No.
get this taste out of your mouth?
No. Come back and play tomorrow at 2 for what? I'm not laughing at you. I think there's a few people in here know about my feelings in a third place game. So we lost, and now we get ready for next week. I mean, it's the bottom line. Whether it's not the way you want to lose, but you know what? We've been very good defensively all year. What a great teaching tool we have for this upcoming week.
Don, what did you think of Kent? And he's been so solid.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it wasn't his greatest game. I mean, but I'm confident enough that he'll rebound. And we talked about how you've got to be good this time of the year. And I know that the one he chased, I think their power play goal way over the net. And I think that once they got a couple, that he started chasing puck a little bit tonight. But that's going to happen. And he's been pretty good about if he has an off night that he comes back and usually plays pretty good. So I'm confident he'll come back and play well next week.
How do you put this behind you? Obviously, you've got bigger and better things to look at. We're disappointed. I mean, you want to be here for the weekend, and you want to be playing the championship game tomorrow night. And the way we were playing, I thought, boy, we look good, we look sharp, we're moving the puck, we were playing physical, we're winning the line of scrimmage, and then it stopped. And again, maybe a little bit of an experience for our guys. Showed up tonight. But you also have to credit North Dakota that they came and they continued to play, and all of a sudden the momentum changed, and they seized the momentum and stayed with it. Well, what do you need to do to? I mean,
we need to do what we've done all year, Bruce. We've been a good team all year long, and we've been pretty resilient about coming back. And we've had I can't say we had an off night. We had an off 20 minutes, and that's something that you learn from. That's all, plain and simple.
One more question from Dave Starman.
Donnie, when you talk about the teaching tool going into next week, does a game like this give you a little bit more control of your locker room back, kind of give you the years back that maybe a good winning streak you lose?
You want to play well at this time of the year, obviously, and we've played well. I mean, I think we won 7 out of 8 down the stretch or something like that, and we had a bad period. It happens. We lost. Move on. Bury the dead and learn from it. I think we can. I do think we can learn from this because you talk about this time you got to be able to take a punch, and we got punched. We punched them. They came back. We got punched and. All of a sudden the guys got tentative for whatever reason. And I was really surprised by that because we've been so good all year long, in the third periods. And I think that more than anything else is what's shocking to me is that, I think, like I said, it was 51-18 going in and we'd given up 18 goals in the third period, and going down, we haven't been in a lot of games where we've blown people out. So there's been a lot of 2-1, 3-2 type of games and we've done so well at closing that thing out. But, it didn't happen tonight, so, we move on.